Larry, Fort Worth Memories Museum and Groups. Let me send a message to Bob Benda. Okay. Let's try to find the live feed. Okay, is that me? Yeah. Edit. Always have to erase some line. I don't know why. Turn on your cell phone or something. Okay, so it is Tuesday afternoon. /February 4th. I'm going to share it to the internet, share it to memories and live videos. And I'm going to tell everybody good afternoon. Okay, Missy's in, Lisa's in, Greg and Don are in, Karen is in, and I'm in. Well, I just finished. It rained over here all morning, or misty, whatever that is, fog, or I don't know what you call it. But it wasn't too cold. I wore a jacket out there. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Devendra is in. Probably misspelled your name. I apologize. Still don't know where we're going to eat on Saturday, but I'll figure it out. This is only Tuesday. I don't know of anything that's happening in the news. When is the Super Bowl? Is it this Sunday or is it next Sunday? What have we been watching on Channel 5 or Channel? There's Channel 5. Let's see what they got to offer. Driver shot running from deputy after chase in Kaufman County. They just don't do much local news. I mean, that's kind of it. Fire aid benefit concert raised over 100 million. That's for the fires out in California. That's good. But there just isn't much. I guess there's nothing going on here. Talking about the stock show and well, so much for Channel 5. Let's see what Channel 8 has to allow. 5, 8, yeah, there's 8. Channel 5 used to do a lot of Fort Worth stuff, but I don't guess they do it anymore. They're talking about that basketball guy that got traded. I never did hear why all that happened. And I don't see any other. There's nothing else that's local. So I guess that means there's nothing going on here. Absolutely. Ain't nothing happening. So it's all about what we got going. Julia is in. Jula. Karen. So the stock show is still going on. How long does that last? When's that coming to an end? I know it's before the Super Bowl, the Saturday before, because they used to have it the same Saturday as the Super Bowl. I mean the same Sunday. Stock show. Let's see what it says. February the 8th, so it is. So this Sunday must be the Super Bowl. Is the Super Bowl on the 9th? Super Bowl is on the 9th. Where is it? I don't even know where they're playing it this year. It's in New Orleans. Well, that Superdome down there has had it a ton of times, hadn't they? I bet they've had the Super Bowl more than any other. Let's just ask it. Which stadium has had the Super Bowl more than others? Of course, it naturally doesn't answer what you ask it. New Orleans, 11 times. I knew it'd been there a lot. They're going to play it in California next year. They already know, Super Bowl 2026. The next 10 years, let's see if Jerry's World's in there. 2028's in Atlanta, 2027's in Inglewood, California. 2026 is at Santa Clara Levi Stadium. Jerry's World, they must not like Jerry. It's only happened once over there. I bet he's ticked off about that. Why does New Orleans get it 10 or 11 times and the Cowboys get it once? Okay, I'm going to be here for a little bit. What do y'all anybody got any questions or answers? Or James is in. Jerry is in. Gonna need my jacket for what? I've already been out there all day. It's kind of cool. I wore my jacket. Somebody's writing. Do I have any what? Any stuff about Fort Worth University and the museum? Yeah, a ton of stuff. I've got the yearbooks from the 1800s. I've got one of the diplomas. You can't see it, it's behind me. Well, it's over there now, I moved it. One of the diplomas from Fort Worth University. They're all made out of cloth. They're all big. There's only 9 of them that we know of, and I own all of them. They left in 1911, and TCU came in. I also have 5 1912 TCU annuals. Back then, they had a law degree program and a medical degree program at TCU. Also at Fort Worth University. Fort Worth University was originally TWC. After about 5 years, they renamed it to Fort Worth University. When they left here to go for TCU to come in, I guess they didn't want to compete. They went to Oklahoma City, and it's still in business. It's just not called Fort Worth University. It's affiliated with the Episcopal Church. How do I know what? If I've read it or seen it since age about 8, I can recall it to the minute. You know, one of my kids has 162 IQ, but absolutely no common sense. If it's raining outside, you need to say, Kevin, you need to come inside. He's the one that works for Elon Musk. He used to do consulting work for Silicon Valley. You give him one of them problems, them big problems, that dude can solve them. You know, my uncle was Jack White, and he was the photographic expert on the Warren Commission. He proved the backyard photo with Lee Harvey was fake, with the gun and the rifle. So all you got to do is go on YouTube and put Jack White, WHITE, /JFK, and you'll see all kinds of YouTube stuff. Like I say, he was on the Warren Commission. And him and Jim Mars ended up probably being the two big conspiracy theorists there was. Yeah, Jack graduated TCU in 1949. And he went to Amon G. Carter Riverside High School. They lived over there off Oak Knoll. I remember when I was a kid, they'd drop us. There were so many kids, they'd have to drop us off at different houses. Jack lived in the little garage apartment. His mom and dad lived in that front house on Oak Knoll, and then Grandma lived in the back house. Jack never missed a TCU basketball game when they were still in the Southwest Conference. And he drove to them. I don't guess there was any of them out of... I remember going to Waco with him for Baylor and Houston. I was trying to think of the teams that were in the Southwest Conference. God, that's a long time ago, isn't it? Somebody told me the other day that Gary Patterson's going to be rehired as the coach at TCU. Is that just a bunch of malarkey, or is there anything to that? Jerry Goodman might know that. Are they going to hire Coach P back? I mean, that's what somebody came in to pick up a car and they said they had heard it. D is in, Delinda's in. I do my lives in the morning. Hey, Bob.
Hey.
Do you park where there's a sprinkler system? Well, somehow it's getting hard water stains, so I re-waxed the hood. Just need to keep an eye on it. Somewhere.
I don't know where it might have been. Just a random place, not
Yeah.
someplace I
Oh, no,
park
it's not at your
regularly.
house, but maybe at the country club or something, or somewhere.
Maybe, I can't remember where I've been. But it's it's covered down there, and there's no sprinklers around, and
Well,
it's in
it's
the garage
fixed
at home.
now. They just wouldn't wipe off, so I re-waxed the hood. Everywhere else is fine, but
Okay,
I'll keep an eye on it.
thanks.
All right, buddy.
You like my gray so much you got one yourself?
Yeah, no, that's Kyle's. My motor blew up on that Ford truck.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, about $20,000 to put another diesel in it.
Jeez.
So Kyle's letting me use his till I decide what I'm gonna do.
Oh man.
Anyway,
All right, well, let me know if he has to have his or something. Mine's just sitting there at the house too.
okay. Thanks. That's great.
Getting the jam.
All right.
All right,
Thanks.
thanks, bud. See
Bye
ya.
bye. D's in. So I do my lives at, I try to do them at 7 a.m. With me having to Uber it for the last few days, that kind of threw everything off. Because if you Uber at 5 o'clock in the morning, like when I usually come in here, it's like $80 from Springtown. If I wait till 7, it's $35. So, but now, so Monday through Friday, if everything's copacetic, I do the first live at 7 a.m. And Jeannie's in, and we list our sponsors. And I will start on our and you're able to see them. I don't know what that deal is. I don't know why that happened. Well, I probably screwed it up now. Oh, I know what I did. I'm used to doing everything on my iPad. Okay, so I got everything messed up. I don't know how to get it back to unmessed, but maybe I can do it this way. A-Bird AC and Heating Inc. So if you've got issues with your central unit or heating and air, call Doug Peacock. He is our official sponsor. Now, no, there's Bert Ladner. Bert Ladner Real Estate. Wes Williams is associated with that group. Wes is also on my board at Larry's Kids. There's another real estate sponsor, Eric Walsh, and Eric is also on the board at Larry's Kids. Dickie Carr, that's Richard Carr's nephew. He's got a company called Grateful for Your Trees, so if you need to have anything to do with trees, he does it. Cuts them down, trims them, grinds a stump down. There on his card, it'll show you everything he's done. Coburn's Catering, Steve Coburn. If you've been to the stock show, or if you're going to go and you eat barbecue, you'll be eating Coburn's unless you go to the Backstage Club, and then that's Riata. There's Dickie Carr, Sand and Gravel. That's Richard Carr's father's. It was his father's. Now it's Richard's and his wife, Pat. Richard was also the first person to write a $5,000 check for my giveaway last year, Larry's Kids. Fort Worth Lumber is out on 35. I always call it the South Freeway. If you need building plans or anything like that, material, they have been sponsors on my group forever. And they also for our bike giveaway. Express Dent, that company was started by Dick Regester, and I think he started about the same time I did, 30, 40 years ago. Dick now lives in Florida, and so his partner, the operating partner, is Eric. So if you got door dings, hail damage, anything like that, take it over there to Express Dent. They're on White Settlement Road. They'll do you a good job, I promise you. Brandon Cross Electric, that's a family-owned business. Electricians, don't mess with that electricity. It'll kill you. Call Cross Electric and let them come out. Jenny Stewart is our State Farm insurance lady. Call and get a quote if you're doing business with Allstate or Farmers. Call Jenny's team and let them give you a quote. K-Ranch Roofing, Jorge Hernandez is been our roofing sponsor for many years. If you think you've got roof damage, you just call them, and they don't charge you anything to come out and look. And when you call, you'll get a hold of Bree. Here we go with Old South. That's a Rex Benson owned company. The Benson family's owned it since 1962. So if you pull into the Old South parking lot on University, the other business that's in that lot used to be Macaroni Grill, is now Rex's Bar and Grill. That's where we're going to hold Fort Worth Memories' 12th birthday party and the boxing in Cowtown program. Passport Getaways. If you want to take a cruise or whatever, go to the Eiffel Tower, or you just want to go to Branson, Missouri, let Passport Getaways do all the legwork. You just give them the debit card number, and then all you got to do is go enjoy your trip. That's what they do for a living. There's the Optimist Club International, but ours is the Optimist Club of Fort Worth. Every year they donate a Christmas tree to the museum, but they do a lot of good stuff with for youth. They've been sponsors on my group for forever. Charlie Guerin, Railhead Barbecue. Charlie is also on the board of Larry's Kids. He's our state rep. He does lots of good stuff. And he's continually a sponsor on Fort Worth Memories. Swartz and Hanson, Jerry Swartz, they are a dual deal. They do sponsorship and they also contribute to the giveaway. There's Rex's Bar and Grill. I just gave our gal, Sherry Holt, that does the event setups for me, and I just gave her Rex's, Stephanie's phone number. So we're going to have our birthday party there, and I think they're saying they want to have it the third weekend in July, which is fine with me. And then the boxing in Cowtown program. So that's at Rex's Bar and Grill. Now there's another Old South down in Burleson. They're not open 24/7 like the one here. They close at like 9 or 10 at night. Casey Crawl is our Medicare and Medicaid agents. They're very knowledgeable. Shane is in. Jeannie's in. So even though you missed early enrollment, call them and find out what the deal is. Because if you try to figure it out with the paperwork or wait on the phone, you're spinning your wheels. Stroud Auto Supply. I just sat down with Danny Stroud and his wife this last Saturday over here at the museum. I actually started doing business with them when I was a teenager. The guy on Belknap Street, California Tom, he would let me, I'd go buy the parts and he'd kind of tell me, take that off and that off, because I couldn't afford him. And I was actually working for Scott Sherman at Scotty's Auto Supply at the time, but I was buying my auto parts at Stroud's. So if you need auto parts, go see Danny and his team. G2 Garage. They're in the White Settlement area. They've got a special there, $25 off any $250 bill for new client special. Feltz Family Auto Care, they're in the Burleson area, and y'all have responded real good. A lot of y'all know Mike Feltz and his wife. I've actually met them. Great people. Fort Worth Florist is our florist, so Valentine's Day, weddings, funerals, just to send something, call Fort Worth Florist. They're in the 8200 block of Camp Bowie. Alpha Design and Build, that's Lance Sanders. He can remodel your house or your business, add a second story to it, replace the carpet. These guys do it all. Clay Winstead, Winstead Paint and Body. I've been doing business with the Winsteads for 40 years. They're great. Here's our own Scott Sumner. He is our IT guru. He keeps all of this stuff running, all the platforms. I don't know how in the heck he does it, but he does it. So if you want a website built or any technical information, Scott Sumner is the guy to call. There's a little deal. Always remember to bring our little four-legged friends who are always glad to see us, never complain. Hell, to me, some of mine are as important as my kids, which I have a lot of. Okay, so that is it on our sponsors. We still need a painter. Paint contractor. I don't understand why we can't get one. Anyway, but one thing we do try to do is buy local, spend local. We need to keep our local people, businesses afloat. I'll let y'all know tomorrow where we're going to eat on Saturday. So this is the last Saturday around here, so all the restaurants will still be full. There's a lot of people. When I came in this morning, there was people loading up their trailers down off University and right past Jacksboro Highway where they park them every year. They were loading up and getting out of there. So we always want to be kind and courteous to our people that come into our annual stock show and rodeo. They bring a lot of money into Fort Worth. So we need to always treat everybody with a lot of respect. I don't know if I'll do I did about an hour long show last night on Black History Month. So I might not hit it that hard tonight, but I really appreciate y'all. When I first made the post, there's been about 1,300 of y'all go on there and made a comment. So that's all I try to do here is teach Fort Worth history. Fort Worth and Tarrant County. No, he works for Elon Musk. My son lives actually right outside San Antonio. They've got some compound down there. There's Ian Hunt. Ian has been a long-time member, and he is actually in the United Kingdom as we speak. Our group has members in 140 countries, and Ian is one of them in Great Britain. How's it going, Ian? I guess you're already at the bar. I think they're 5 hours ahead of us. He usually chimes in while he's having an adult beverage. Ian, what do you got going this evening? You at the pub? Ian keeps us abreast of what's happened over in England. Yeah, I heard from our group in Tel Aviv, Israel. There was 141. You know, when they had that bombing at the hospital on October the 7th of a couple of years ago, we lost an entire family, 4 of our members. So we're down to about 138 or 137. And that's people that somebody in their family went to TCU or somehow, I don't know. They've all got a connection to Fort Worth, and they stay connected through this group. We also have like 20,000, I think it's 20,000 plus service people that stay connected to Fort Worth through Fort Worth Memories. Correct. This morning it was 130,980 or something. All the groups combined are pushing 200,000 active members. I know some people in the current administration, but I have no idea. They don't call me and say, "Hey, Larry, here's what we're going to do next." So I know what y'all know. Turn into your news station, and I know they're moving at pretty fast pace over there. Ian, you never told me what's going on over there. Y'all lost the prime minister over there. Didn't he lose his job, or did he, the conservative guy? Oh no, he resigned, didn't he? Or was that in Canada? I know one of those countries lost their. Yes. Well, we've got 12 on the Metroplex, and the South Texas feed has got 132. Most of them work for me. What are y'all doing on the internet? You need to be working. But it's a lot of people down there. And it's not just South Texas. It's Texas City, College Station, Irving. May 3rd is the upcoming local election, if that's what you're talking about. I'm not sure if it's all the city council. It's the mayor and probably all of the city council. I'm not positive about that. You might want to check it. I'll post something on the political group. Now, Jared Williams is not rerunning. I know that. And neither is Gina Bivens. And yes, Deborah Peoples did. She is signed up. I've interviewed Deborah. I've known Deborah and her sister, Mary Ellen, who was the judge, over 40 years. Yeah, we'll be interviewing people. I just don't know. Probably next week they're going to... I've already had a bunch of people contact me against Maddie. I don't think, 2 or 3 people, kind of grassroots candidates. Ken Bowens Jr., he usually runs for mayor. He's a good guy. I just don't think it takes a lot of money to run a race for mayor or city council. You know, that DA's race a couple of years ago between Tiffany and Phil Sorrells, I think that was over $1 million. So Fort Worth's got big time in politics. Well, we're the 12th largest city in the country and the 15th largest county, so Carruthers Field is what it was renamed. It was originally Teleferro Field, number 2. And we trained the Royal Canadian Flying Corps. And then when the United States entered World War I, we changed it to Carruthers Field. We talked about that. Was it this morning or yesterday morning? One of the two. We talked about how the Fort Worth Opera got started. It was actually 3 housewives, a lady named Eloise Snyder, Betty Spain, and Jeannie Walker. And they formed a opera guild with 35 other ladies, And so by the 100-year celebration for Fort Worth, 1949, the opera was in full swing. I don't know the answer to that. The zoo contest we found out was I think in March, mid-March. We're going to be watching, and we can teach y'all how to speed dial. You know, during 2020 we won the USA Today poll for Fort Worth Zoo. Then in 2021 we came in third, I think, and then we just fell off the railroad after that. Kathy's in, David's in. But we are going to gear up and try to win it again for the Fort Worth Zoo. So we need people. If you're retired and looking for something to do, you can speed vote all day long. During COVID, the reason we won it was everybody was at home. I was voting 1,000 times a day. For my Black History Month, received the message I sent you about 3 black women were responsible for getting John Glenn back home. You know, I've kind of gotten bits or pieces about that. How did you send me the message, Jeannie? Was it on Messenger or on... I get about 200 messages a day on Messenger, so I probably... Let me see if I can find it. Maybe you sent it on text, because I don't see it on Messenger. How did you send it? I might not have got it. Let me see if you sent it on text. I don't think I got it, Jeannie. Was it yesterday or today? Because I cleared all the messages yesterday. Let me look at chats on Messenger. If I responded to you, it'd be on my chat group. I don't see it. I don't erase them until I clear them. I'm going, wait a minute. No, that's Jenny Stewart. No, can you resend it? And tell me how you're sending it? Or did you send it on, or put it on a post? There's Steve Goodwin down around Houston. I haven't seen you in a while. You sent it on text? Hold on, let me... I don't know. Resend it to me, Jenny. And Janine, I will... I've got a lot of text messages. I get several hundred of them a day also. Hold on, maybe I got it. Yeah, I got it. 3 brilliant African American women at NASA. I'll research it before I do my evening show. So they helped. Were those ladies from Fort Worth? What I've been talking about on Black History Month is not, I really tried to confine it to Fort Worth or Tarrant County. I'll research it. You know, I had the opportunity to meet John Glenn one time, and I don't know how I screwed that deal up, but I did. Okay, I got to get ready to go. I got to stop at the old folks' home in Lake Worth. We've got a lady that just was put in hospice, and so I promised I would come out there. So I will talk to you good people, let's see, about 4:30 or 5. Stay dry. Go see the stock show because it's over Saturday. Every day when you get up, try to do something good for somebody, because we can change the world, but we got to start inside ourselves, each one of us. Thanks for all of the text messages. Yes, I'll post a prayer request this evening, and we can pray for we pray for everybody on the planet, good guys, bad guys, everybody. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to sign off. Be sure and use our sponsors, or at least give them the opportunity to bid on your whatever it is you've got. And if anybody knows a house painter, or commercial or residential, we need one. A tire store, road service. Our members are loyal to our customers. All right, I'm going to sign off.